geared for a scientist who wants to actually start his own fish aquaculture facility. But the cool part is he goes into a lot of details about how to take good notes and how to really observe your fish. That's the key to success here, is observation. So how to observe your fish and how to really make sense of what's going on.
No, we only have two.
And of course, Martin Mull, one of the granddaddies of this, with the breeding of the orchid dotty back, one of the first descriptions of doing this, the hobby level. And I actually didn't know Martin. And actually, this book came out, 10 years ago, R.E. Thresher's book, and it's kind of a scattering of a collection of basically everything that he found in the literature back maybe 10 years ago on a number of marine fish. And actually, a lot of the technology and the data holds true today. We're much better at it, but this is a great overview. It's out of print. You find it on eBay. I threw this in here now because a number of people are actually trying shrimp as well. And April Kirkendall here has one on actually raising peppermint shrimp. So as I mentioned, there's a number of online resources as well. Of course, this MOFID, Project DIBS, which has now changed its name to Reef Stewardship. Seahorse.org, they have a booth here as well. The rareclown.com and Breeders Registry, which was a very, at the time, kind of state-of-the-art in marine fish breeding back maybe 15 years ago. So, in recap, my personal opinion, that breeding marine ornamental fish is very beneficial, if not crucial, to our hobby. Right? And the problem is that we're in a time crunch. The time crunch is that we're really depleting the oceans of that fish at this point. And so, if we can alleviate that collection pressure by us raising these fish, we certainly take the collection pressure off the fish in the wild. One of the more important things, and this maybe can be borne out by Matt Wittenrich, is the fact that very little government money goes into funding research on understanding marine ornamental fish. If you want to eat the fish, the government would be much more willing to invest money in it. But since these are ornamental fish for our enjoyment only, there's very little money coming in. And therefore, the knowledge that we gain and the successes that we have will all be impacted by each and every one of you. And you'll be responsible for making the next successes that you saw here. As I mentioned, there's very little way I can describe the satisfaction that you get when you look into a tank and see 200 clownfish look back at you, or a couple dozen Bengal cardinal fish. And so the personal gratification is the reward itself on these things. And as I mentioned at the beginning, it really doesn't require much on your part to get this started. So lastly, as I mentioned, some of the easy fish, the Bengal cardinals, the wolfeels, the convict blends, some of these seahorses, some of the more moderate fish out here, some experience, the clowns, the gobies, the pseudocomus. There's a number of people I'd like to thank. They're listed up here. And lastly, I'll say I'm still holding between you and your beer, but you only have 15 minutes before they open the bar. So I'll let you take any questions, and I really appreciate your attention. Thank you.